Whoa, Netflix is acquiring Warner Brothers Discovery in one of the most massive, caught off guard deals that I have ever seen. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, when I saw this shit rumored, I thought it was just rumors. I thought this shit was gonna be cap. I thought it was gonna be, nah, we're not selling Warner Brothers. Nah. It is a part of Netflix now. There's so much going into this, bro. Starting off with the fact that Warner Brothers got bought for $82.7 billion. Holy shit. You think I could hold maybe $100? Damn. Niggas just throwing around money for fun, bro. Let me get $1. I will say to y'all though, of all the places that were rumored to be in consideration to buy Warner Brothers, Netflix, Paramount, Universal, Comcast, Netflix is probably the best person to buy. I'm not gonna lie. I could definitely see the argument for Universal, but what has Universal done good in like the last 10 years? I'm still waiting. And I definitely am glad Paramount didn't get their grimy hands all over Warner Brothers and all their properties. That would have been worst case scenario. Netflix is probably somewhere in the middle of both sides. It's probably got some pros and it's got some cons. Let me talk about one of the biggest iffy points for most people when it comes to this sale. And that's the fact that Netflix is so gung-ho and so tied to the fact that they want to continue to be a streaming service. But it seems like Netflix may compromise a little bit, saying that Netflix will still have Warner Bros. Movies in theaters, but the theaters will evolve. And basically what that means is that they're gonna have shorter run times in the theaters. We usually see movies, especially if it's a blockbuster, it's in the theater for like 2 to 3 months, y'all. That's gonna change completely. I think we're gonna see movies in theaters when it comes to Warner Bros. And Netflix max a month. And it probably won't even be worldwide releases too, which is despicable. It's the way Netflix does it right now. They release these movies into select theaters for like a week or two. Not even a week or two most of the time. I feel like they're gonna extend it a little bit. Like you said, it's gonna evolve, but don't hold your hopes out for 2 to 3 months anymore when it comes to these theaters, when it comes to these movies. You're gonna be seeing the Batman Part 2 on Netflix in 2027, probably in December, after that shit comes out in October. That's how crazy it's gonna be. And another development in this merger is the fact that David Zaslav, the man who is in charge of Warner Bros., is gonna still be the new head of this merged studio. This man just got himself a new bag and secured himself a better job. Are you kidding me? I think this is so interesting because Warner Brothers is going to continue to operate separately from Netflix while continuing to produce their films and their TV shows. So basically, Netflix and Warner Brothers aren't combining. They're just under the same brand, which obviously leads into another major question about this merger. What the hell is happening with the DCU? That's the thing. Nobody really knows. Hell, it wouldn't surprise me if James Gunn himself doesn't really know what the hell is going to happen. What we do know is all of 2026 movies and TVs when it comes to HBO Max and Warner Bros., they're not getting messed with. But beyond that, it wouldn't surprise me if, depending on how next year goes, Netflix is like, yeah, maybe throw a Batman movie in a little bit early. Honestly, though, I think we would be more worried if Universal or Paramount bought Warner Brothers. But Netflix, I feel like Netflix has a nice pulse, has a nice eye for talent, you feel what I'm saying? I don't think they're going to get rid of James Gunn whatsoever. I think that James Gunn, if anything, he might have more money. He might have more power with DC, with Netflix being under the banner, or the other way around. Definitely something to monitor. It's definitely something to be a little bit worried about just in case. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me, I guess. I'd say it's like 10% that James Gunn gets outed, but you never know when it comes to money, when it comes to the people up top. You just never know. Either way, man, we definitely know that Warner Brothers is getting bought by Netflix. And even if it doesn't, Netflix has to pay Warner Brothers $5 billion. This nigga Zaslav is a genius. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Money hungry bastard. But hey, I can't wait to monitor this with y'all, man. What do you think about Netflix buying Warner Brothers? Are you excited for this? Do you think this is a horrible thing, a bad thing? Are you in between? Let's talk about this in the comments down below, man, because you know we got to talk about it. Simple.